Hello guys and welcome to another reading diaries video. This week is very exciting because it is my second last week of uni ever, which means I'm going to be graduating after this, but this is basically what I read in my second last week of uni. It's Sunday right now, but I wanted to talk about the book that I'm currently reading because I'm not going to read anything today. I probably will start this book tomorrow, but I'm currently reading volume 4 of Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation, which after reading volume 3, because the arc of volume 3 was a little bit painful to read, I decided to take a break from reading this volume and then I just read a bunch of books in between. So I'm going to continue on with this one. To be honest, I just want to read volume 5 because that's where all the cute stuff goes on and like more happiness and we get to finally understand what's going on. And I just know that this arc, I know it's gonna have a lot of angst and I would probably cry. This series in general just makes me think of what if, because there are so many things that happen where I question what if things go this way, what if this didn't happen, and it just makes me very irrationally angry. But I'm really excited to read this book. Recently I have been reading a lot of manhwas though, so I don't really know, I just stay up reading them because I want to finish them all in one go. So in the end, maybe this week I don't even read anything. Maybe I just read manhwas. So I have uni today. Normally I would just stay home because on a day like this it's kind of useless because I can do what I want to do at home, but because I need to go in and use the facilities in my uni I have to go, but I don't want to. I literally woke up and I was so tired and I wanted to sleep in for even longer because I'm going in a bit later, so I don't have to wake up too early, but hopefully after I do what I need to do I'm just gonna go straight home, or at least stay there for maybe like an hour or two because the travel time is really long, so I don't want to go there for no reason. Anyways guys, I bought a new bag, this beautiful bag, and I got this bag from AliExpress. Not this bag, I got this bag from AliExpress for $25 and I was so happy with it. But there's a reason why it's $25, because the material is really bad and also you can literally see the stitching come apart, which was terrifying to me because my first thought was, what if the stitching broke and then my stuff just fell everywhere? That would be embarrassing. So I decided to get a new bag, not specifically for uni but daily use in general, but it does fit my iPad, so I'm just using it for uni as well. But I gotta pack my bag again because I changed my stuff to my crossbody bag. So I have started reading Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation, but I haven't read that much, but already starting to read it. I'm really excited, so hopefully I'm gonna read it on the train if I'm not super tired, because I don't know, recently I haven't really been reading on the train, I've just been sleeping. So I wanted to do a little rant on the bag that I got, so if you're not interested in hearing that, you can probably skip through this part. But I basically have been wanting this bag for a really long time and I did a lot of research on this bag because I was thinking, this is the mini version, so they have a classic and a large, and I was thinking, is this version too small, is it too big, because I wanted a small bag. And I did a lot of research. I was thinking about this bag literally every single day, and the official website, I swear the bag was so expensive there. The bag was 120 like one or something, and then I found this bag on another website which was on sale for like 108, but then the shipping was $13, which was 121 in total. But in the official site the shipping was $22, which led it to be $140, and I was like, no way am I paying for that when there's a site that's a lot cheaper. But when I bought it I was worried. I was like, what if this is actually a scam? What if the bag is not actually authentic? Because then I started thinking, why is it a lot cheaper than the other bag? Also, the official site, half of the colors were sold out and all that was left were the really ugly colors, and I wanted this beautiful pale pink because I love the color pink. Anyways, the bag arrived after a few days and it had like all the tags and everything. So, you know, I knew that it must have been the real bag. It also had like a security card where you can put in a code on the website to check if it's authentic or not. And then I put the code in 2 times and they said it was not authentic, and I was like, oh, okay. But then the third time I did it, it was authentic. So I think it was just me and my bad typing skills, because I knew that I must have done something wrong, because I don't know, when it comes to typing codes and stuff, I feel like it always goes wrong. Also, the zeros and the O's always look the same. But yeah, I'm gonna be going to uni. I'm gonna try and read as much as I possibly can today because I really want to get through volume 4 and I'm very excited to read it. No, because I don't think you guys understand how obsessed I am with this bag. Anyways, I went to uni, I ate some lunch, and while I was eating lunch I was reading my book, which I read a lot of this on the train, I think literally 30%, and this book, it's so good that I ate it up. Okay, when a book is so good, I just want to read it, I just want to sit down and consume it. And I was also working on my artwork, which is the reason why I came to uni today. So I'm back home from uni. The weather today is absolutely whack. It's cloudy, but it was also a little bit humid, and then it started raining, thunderstorming, and it was just crazy. But I'm back home from uni. I have been using my bag. Okay, this is, I swear, my 3rd time using my bag, and I absolutely love it. I feel like it's the bag that I'm going to be using for the rest of my life. But I finished reading volume 4, and I swear I read the whole entire thing in one day. I had some time before catching the train to read it, so I think I read 30% because I had an hour, and then on the train at uni while eating lunch and going back home, I just read the whole entire thing, and it's so good. If you guys have read the art in this book, you will know how emotional it is, and I literally teared up. So I had to get a tissue and pretend that I wasn't crying by like patting my eyes, and whenever that happens, it's kind of embarrassing because I don't want to tell people that I'm crying over a book, especially when you're in public transport and then you're just like sniffling, and it's really awkward even though nobody else really cares. But I read that book, I really enjoyed it. Not really, I'm very emotional about the whole situation, but I did like the, I guess, present timeline, because now we're getting into all the interesting stuff as well, and I have started reading volume 5, so I'm gonna proceed with that. Unfortunately today I feel like I have a lot of things to do because I went to uni, so I didn't have a lot of time to work on my other stuff such as my assignments, so I'm gonna start doing that today because I have been a little bit chill. I have been kind of ignoring it, and then I came to the realization that, oh, I should actually start working on it. But I'm gonna try and read volume 5 before I go to sleep because I'm trying to fix my sleep schedule because I've been staying up to go on my iPad and my phone and stuff like that, and I don't want to stay up late because obviously I have uni tomorrow. I have to wake up early. We have a situation because it's currently raining and it was storming really badly before, so I don't really know. The electricity keeps turning off, the Wi-Fi is off. Literally, I don't know what's going on because it was working for a short amount of time, but then all of a sudden it's not, and now I'm just sitting here in the darkness. Anyways, if I don't have any Wi-Fi, it doesn't really matter because, you know, I can read my book, but it's just a bit annoying because it's in the dark, and I don't like reading in the dark because how am I supposed to do anything if I cannot see? Also, there is no Wi-Fi. There is no Wi-Fi, which there were so many things that I was going to do after this. I was going to work on my assignment, I was going to work on packing my orders and stuff like that. I was going to work on editing my video, which I can do without Wi-Fi. I mean, I have this little lamp, so it's better to have some light than no light at all. So I also forgot to do a little update on my reading progress. I have read a little bit of the book so far. I was just reading it while I was eating dinner because we had no Wi-Fi. But I do know that the end of the story is pretty short in this book, and then we're gonna have all the side stories, which, can I just say, the side stories, they are a little bit freaky, especially after reading Heaven's Official Blessing. I swear, reading Grandma's of Demonic Cultivation, these side stories gave me whiplash. Absolutely crazy. Nothing that I expected, so reading it was really shocking for me. We got some vibes going on here, except it looks really ugly. I need to charge my phone, but there is like, it's not charging because there's no electricity, so now I'm like, how am I supposed to charge my phone? I got really hungry, so I decided to eat a little snack, and these strawberries, I love it when strawberries smell really sweet, and they were so good. Also, I have the cinnamon roll lamp, which I just carried with me everywhere because obviously I couldn't see. It's really cute, but not bright enough. And then after I ate my little snack, I started editing my video because I had to do that as soon as possible. And then I also, you know, I wanted to be productive. I wanted to act like I was productive, but I think for the rest of the night, I either went on my phone or I read. Can't really remember. The weather is literally so bad. I swear it was sunny 2 days ago and now it's raining. It's cold and probably by Thursday it's gonna be sunny again. Anyways, today I'm not going to uni because my tutorial got cancelled and it's a full day, so I have 2 lectures and a tutorial. But honestly, I just feel so lazy because last week I completely dissociated. I spent the whole entire time just playing Hay Day and reading my book. So I feel like if I go to uni, then there would be no point. Also last week I just left my lecture halfway through and I didn't even attend my tutorial. I just went straight home because I'm just so over it. But I have finished reading the main story and I'm currently reading the side stories for volume 5. I do want to work on my assignment and some other stuff. I said this yesterday as well, but I actually do really need to get through them because I was supposed to do it yesterday, but because we didn't have any electricity, the lights turned off and I couldn't see anything, so I was like, you know what, I would just relax. I gotta play my Hay Day first. I don't know why recently I've gotten obsessed with Hay Day. It's not even fun, it's just a mindless game. I started playing it during my lectures because I also didn't want to do anything, but I'm on level 48 and I want to increase my level because literally whenever I see people who is over 100, their farms look so pretty, and right now my farm looks ugly because I don't have any land basically. Also, I have no money and it's so hard to get money in this game. So I need to earn money because there's a bunch of machines that I need to get to make all the stuff that I need to make. For the last 3 days I've literally just been playing Hay Day because I got back into it and I looked at my farm and it was so ugly, so I wanted to decorate it and everything, and then I looked at other people whose farm was over 100 and their farm looks nice, so I wanted to imitate them. But you know, I'm on level 49, so it's not that surprising that my farm looks really ugly. I really read a lot over these past 3 days, so I finished reading volume 5 of Grandmaster Demonic Cultivation, which was great. I loved it. There are so many other books now that I want to reread, but at the same time I'm like, I should start reading new books that I've never read before. But there are so many books that I've read, especially from my childhood, that I want to reread again just to refresh my memory. But at the same time I'm like, I should start reading new books. So I started reading Borrow My Heart by Casey West, who honestly is my favorite romance author. I really like her books because they're very cute and fluffy and they're very simple and easy to read. I've read a majority of her older books, but a lot of the books that she released around the 2020s I haven't really read yet, so I'm gonna slowly get through them. But I've also been currently reading a lot of manhwas, so this week I stayed up the last couple of nights reading this and I swear I cried. I started reading Mission Save the Hunter, which was honestly a mistake because the manhwa is not even completed, and I usually do not read uncompleted manhwas because I like binging them. But I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna start this because I keep seeing it on TikTok. I read it, I cried, and then I was like, I cannot wait. So I ended up finding the English translations of the novel online, which is so good because otherwise I would have gone crazy. But I'm currently reading it. I'm on chapter 139 and yesterday I was on chapter like 70 something, so I've read quite a bit of it. It is so good. I have just been wanting to sit down and read this book. Last night I stayed up to read this book, and when I was on the train today going and coming back, I literally, all I wanted to do was just read this book. So now that I'm back home, I'm gonna try and finish this as soon as possible while also hopefully doing some of the other works that I need to do. I don't really know, maybe I would just sit and finish this book. Here's a little intermission of my lunch because I swear I had to walk 15 minutes to get it, and it was really scary walking back because I thought I was gonna drop it, but love it. I swear I always buy these chips. Literally, I spent the whole day yesterday just reading Mission Save the Hunter. I binge read it so quickly. I think I read it in, 2 days, even though it's pretty long, but I finished the main story. They do have the side stories, which I think are getting translated, so I'm waiting for them to come out. The side stories is kind of random, if I'm being honest, completely different from the main story, but you know what? That's okay. I love reading about their future adventures. I just really like this book because it's adventurous, it has a lot of action, but it's also pretty depressing at times. There are multiple times where I really did cry, and I don't know, it was just so fun to read. I really liked our main character and how he, I guess, grew from his struggles. I loved the love interest and just the development of their relationship from strangers to friendship to an actual relationship. And I love it because it's a very subtle romance. You can tell that their feelings develop over time, but it's not super obvious, and the romance is not the main focus of the story. It's really the action scenes, which I really found interesting. So I really hope one day they will have an actual official translation, because if I had the actual book on my Kindle, there would be so many quotes that I would highlight because it's so good. And I'm really excited to finish reading the side stories, and hopefully all of them will come out soon. I read a little bit of Borrow My Heart. I probably could have read this book a lot faster, but today I only just read on the train because I was not really bothered. I am enjoying this book. I do think that it is pretty cute because it's just like a fluffy YA romance. The trope in this book is basically like a fake romance. Not really. The girl's pretending to be someone else because the guy met this girl online and she's at the cafe where he's expecting to meet her, but his friend wants to like publicly humiliate him, so she gets really sad for him, so she pretends to be the girl that he's supposed to meet. And there's this whole entire thing about her lying to him about the fact that she's another person, and I don't really like tropes like that. It makes me feel very uncomfortable because I'm always like, just tell them the truth, but they never do until like the end of the book. I'm gonna end this video today though because it is Friday, so it is the last day of the week. You know, this week has been somewhat stressful but also not. I actually had a really good reading week. I think it's the best reading week that I've had for a really long time, considering that I finished 3 books and I really enjoyed all of the books that I read this week, so I'm really happy, and hopefully next week I will continue to have a good reading week. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Please like, subscribe and all that jazz, and I will see you guys in another one. Bye!